Yachts For Sale YouTube channel, opening a window into the world of yacht brokerage. And this week we'll be taking a look at some impressive water features, telling you about a day out with the video team, and then we'll be talking about money. And if you are a regular viewer of this channel, you'll know that an important part of being an effective yacht broker is product knowledge. You have to know what's available for sale on the market, and you have to know what yacht builders are building that you can offer to your clients. To really know that, it's wise to go and visit the builders themselves to see what they have in construction, form an opinion on their quality, and of course also find out what's available and what the prices are. We'll be coming on to the subject of prices in just a few moments. But first, let me tell you about the Tankoa shipyard, because I just don't think they get the attention that they really deserve. Some time ago, I filmed a Tankoa yacht called Solo. That video got over 1 million views, and I have to say it was as much because it's a beautiful yacht in a beautiful location as the fact that the video is pretty good too. Well, since the days of their launching and delivering Solo, they've gone from strength to strength. And just last week, they announced the sale of the second unit of this, a beautiful new model called the T55 Sportsivo. This is a 55-meter long yacht with a steel hull and an aluminium superstructure. And it's clear from the renderings and this animated video that Tankoa have given a huge amount of thought to what they can do to make this yacht different from just about anything else on the market. Just stop the video here for a moment. What is that window doing there in the hull? Well, if you enter the beach club from that beautiful lower aft deck, you'll see that they've created a kind of a Nemo room with a window half above and half below the water. I've seen that done on much larger yachts, but never on a yacht of this size before. And neither have I seen anything quite like this. An area corresponding with the owner's stateroom that's kind of an inside-outside hot tub. It's absolutely brilliant design. And again, it's something I've never seen before on other yachts of this size. In fact, the whole of that forward area is totally unlike other yachts. The side terrace leads forward and then up to the upper deck where there's a sunbathing area. Trying to do this could have resulted in quite an ungainly look, but they've really pulled it off with a very elegant design indeed. Now, there's not much more I can tell you about that model just yet, and to be honest, when a custom yacht builder comes out with a new model, it's not that unusual for really detailed information to be released gradually as the yacht is taking shape. What I can tell you is this though, that Tankoa have an incredibly exciting range of yachts for a broker to propose to their clients. Just take a look at this one here. It's called the T760 Apache, and she's a 76-meter long yacht with, again, some really unique and exciting design features. I particularly liked this, and not for the reason that you might think, although of course the idea of flying my future wife in by helicopter to meet me on board is certainly an attractive one. They've brought that water feature in all the way to the owner's stateroom. It should look absolutely magnificent. And water features actually abound on this yacht, with a large plunge pool on the upper deck and this amazing swimming pool on the beach club, which opens up on both sides to create a fabulous open area in the shade, but with fresh air and I would imagine some incredible views. Now, I do occasionally get comments from viewers saying, why do you have a swimming pool on a yacht? The yacht is on the water, you have plenty of water around you, why do you need a pool as well? But actually, a pool on a large yacht is a very interesting and useful feature to have. I remember once talking to the owner of an 85-meter yacht, and I asked him how his vacation had gone. And he told me that that particular year in August, they'd been around the Amalfi Coast. And every time they stopped the yacht and wanted to go into the ocean, they found it was full of jellyfish. For some reason in August that year, the Amalfi Coast was surrounded by jellyfish. So every day they would move the yacht on, trying to find a spot that they could jump into the ocean and enjoy swimming. In the end, they ended up going all the way to Croatia to find better water there. He had a big pool on his yacht, and under those circumstances he found it to be very useful indeed. Or it could be that you're just in an area where there are a lot of other super yachts. Have a look at this video that I published on Instagram about a month ago in St. Martin. We were surrounded by some really quite well-known and very beautiful yachts, and if you're in the ocean swimming, you may be concerned that one of the yachts has somebody on a jet ski that wants to check out what yacht you're on and maybe doesn't notice you in the water. Or it could be that your own friends, your own guests are playing with the water toys, and just in the interest of safety you'd rather be in the swimming pool enjoying the fresh water of the pool. Another comment that I often see from viewers is asking me for the price of a yacht. You'll have noticed that in recent videos, whenever I film a walkthrough of a brokerage yacht that we have for sale, I do put the price on the thumbnail. But with larger custom yachts that are being built by yacht builders, often the builder is reluctant to go into detail to publicize the price of that yacht. And there's a good reason for that. We're not talking here about fiberglass cookie cutter yachts such as Sunseeker or Azimuth, which are great yachts, but it's a lot easier to quantify the price on a production yacht. With custom yachts, there's so much that can influence the price. I can tell you this, that the price of a large custom yacht is defined far more by the gross tons than the length. Now, gross tonnage is an expression of the interior volume of a yacht. It's really a way of telling you how much yacht you get for your money. Generally speaking, a 50-meter yacht will be just under 500 gross tons, and most builders will be asking a price in excess of 30 million euros, but they're reluctant to give a defined price because so much can affect it. I was quite recently in a shipyard and I saw a yacht close to delivery, and on the bow of that yacht, on the bow alone, there was close to $1 million of AV equipment. That's just on the bow. The AV equipment influences the price enormously. If you want to have opening terraces here, there and everywhere, that has a huge impact on the price. If you want a different sort of cabinetry done by a particular cabinetry manufacturer, it can influence the price by millions. And so for that reason, yacht builders are often reluctant to disclose a price, but would rather sit down with you as a client, understand what your expectations are, and then give you a very, very clearly defined price of what they can deliver and what it will cost. I have so much fun with this YouTube channel that sometimes I forget to say to you that if you are a qualified buyer for a super yacht, do get in touch with me. The channel is called Yachts for Sale for a reason. I also say qualified buyer because whenever a yacht broker, a reputable yacht broker such as myself and many of my colleagues receive an inquiry, the first thing that we do is just Google the person to see who they are. That's not to be rude. It's not to be disrespectful. It's simply because you would be amazed at how many people pretend that they want to buy a yacht just to go on a flight of fantasy through the process. Some people will even go to the extremes of spending money to visit and see yachts that they absolutely cannot afford to buy, let alone to maintain. And many of my colleagues, and I've also fallen guilty of it myself in the past, have wasted huge amounts of time in allowing other people to live out their fantasies. Now, it's not just about us wasting our time, it's also about wasting the time of the sellers, which actually is even more important. We don't want to waste the time of a yacht owner trying to sell his yacht, or a yacht builder who have yachts for sale. So we do have a duty really of diligence to be able to ensure that before we embark on the adventure of finding a yacht for somebody, we at least know who they are and they have the financial means necessary. I say that because if you do send me an email for information about the pricing on a yacht, and you know that I won't be able to find you on Google, then if you could just fill in a few blanks about yourself and who you are, it's always very much appreciated. And if I do ask you questions, please don't be offended. It's just due diligence. Actually, I think that most people who can afford to buy a yacht are quite accustomed to this anyway. When they buy a private jet or when they buy a very large piece of property, it's the kind of questions that any seller will want to know. The other thing that I have a responsibility to do is really check out yacht builders quite carefully. So last week, Yarik, Slava and the adorable Chloe from our marketing team all visited the Tankoa shipyard, and actually we're editing that video right now with a view to publishing it early next week, maybe as early as Monday, if Yarik over there pulls out his superhuman editing powers and is able to get it done in time. But certainly next week we'll be able to publish that video, taking you all over the Tankoa shipyard, showing you what they have in construction, showing you the way that they're building their yachts. That segues rather nicely into me inviting you to subscribe to that Yacht Builders channel, because it really is rather good. We've got some great content on there. Not to mention that if you haven't seen this video yet, on the Yachts for Charter channel, you should really get over there and subscribe to that channel too. The unbridled charter video is just one of the best videos we've ever produced. Yarek's glaring at me over there. Okay, Yarek, it is probably the best video that we've ever produced. So subscribe to those channels, and don't forget not to smash the like button on this video, because that's rather uncouth, but just kind of tap it very gently, like that. And this, love, if you can do a special effect with a little like thing. What do you think, guys? Is the new format of vlog?
Is it new?
Totally new format, yeah.